Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for getting back to the lecture on Samadhi. Now, as always, I will do the prayer on behalf of us. Let's sit upright, place our palms together, and concentrate on the prayer below. We take refuge with our kind mentor Benny. We take refuge with Shakyamuni Buddha. We take refuge with all the triple jewel of the 10 directions and the 3 periods of time. A verse for opening a suture, then surpass profound wonderful Dhamma in hundreds of millions of years is difficult to encounter. When I see and hear it, receive and behold it, and without it valent the exact true meaning, and without you practice the exact true way, and without you attain the exact true state. Without that, we can spontaneously express the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability and Buddha's state through our actions, speech, and thoughts. We also vow that all the living beings can enter into the Buddha's understanding, Buddha's view, Buddha's wisdom, Buddha's merit and virtue, Buddha's capability, and Buddha's state all into us. So that's the prayer. And yesterday, we mentioned if possible, we can recite the whole paragraph from the beginning to the end. Okay. And I think we can do it directly. Good morning, Daisy. Would you like to read it through? Maybe twice?
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, maybe twice. Yeah. And then after that, you can recite it. Okay.
Yeah, okay, let me try. In Zen, there is a saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, one must roll the ball up the hill. After enlightenment, one must also roll the ball up the hill. What has changed? The inner resistance to what is. The struggle has been dropped, or rather the one who struggles has been realized to be illusory. The individual will or individual mind and divine will or higher mind are aligned.
Yeah, would you like to try read it again or just recite it directly?
Okay. In Zen, there is a saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, one must roll the ball up the hill. After enlightenment, one must also roll the ball up the hill. What has changed? The inner resistance to what is. The struggle has been dropped, or rather the one who struggles has been realized to be illusory. The individual will or individual mind and divine will or higher mind are aligned.
Yes. You recite it right just now?
No, I read one more time. Now I will try to recite it.
Yes, please. We are listening to you.
Okay. In Zen, there is a saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, one must roll the ball up the hill. After enlightenment, one must also roll the ball up the hill. What has changed? The inner resistance to what is. The struggle has been dropped, or rather the one who struggles has been realized to be illusory. The individual will or individual mind and divine will or higher mind are aligned.
Wow. Oh. Yes. You did it. Yeah, you made it so swiftly. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, and next one is Jean. Would you like to try? Read twice and then recite?
Okay, 试一下。 In then, there is a saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, one must roll the ball up the hill. After enlightenment, one must also roll the ball up the hill. What has changed? The inner resistance to what is. The struggle had been dropped, or rather, the one who struggled had been realized to be illusory. The individual will or individual mind and the divine will or higher mind are aligned.
Read it
OK，
again.
等一下，还要读一遍吗？
好，你随你。Yeah, up to you.
好，我先背一遍，好吧？
好。
In them, there is a saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, one must roll the ball up the hill. After enlightenment, one must also roll the ball up the hill. What has changed? The inner resistance to what is. The struggle had been dropped. The struggle had been dropped, or rather the one who struggled had been realized to be illusory. The individual will or individual mind and the divine will or higher mind are aligned.
Wow, you made it. Yeah, congrats. You made it indeed. You're amazing. Okay. Okay, I will read it and then try to recite it for us. Okay. In them, there is a saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, one must roll the ball up the hill. After enlightenment, one must also roll the ball up the hill. What has changed? The inner resistance to what is. The struggle has been dropped, or rather, the one who struggles has been realized to be illusory. The individual will, an individual mind, and the divine will, a higher mind, are aligned. Okay, I'll recite it. In then, there is a saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, one must also roll the ball after the hill. After enlightenment, before enlightenment, one must roll the ball after the hill. After enlightenment, one must also roll the ball after the hill. What has changed? The inner resistance to what is. The struggle has been dropped, or rather, the people who struggled has been realized to be illusory. The individual will, an individual mind, and the divine will, or higher mind, has been are aligned. So that's it. Yeah, I just recited. Good morning, Alice. How are you?
没看到 Alice 来了，看到了。
来了吗 ？Alice?
Yeah.
Is it convenient for you to get a mic?
Yes.
All right. Yeah. Just now we three of us have recited the whole paragraph. Would you like to try? Read it first and then recite it. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Good. Okay. Yeah. You like the challenge.
Yes. Okay. In then, there is a saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, one must roll the ball up the hill. After enlightenment, one must also roll the ball up the hill. What has changed? The inner resistance to what is. The struggle has been dropped, or rather the one who struggles has been realized to be illusory. The individual will or individual mind, divine will or higher mind are aligned.
Yes, you just recited, right?
No, read.
Okay, just try to recite it, okay?
Okay. And then there was a saying, before enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. After enlightenment, chop wood, carry water. Before enlightenment, one must roll the ball up the hill. After enlightenment, one must also roll the ball up the hill. What has changed? The inner resistance to what is. The struggle has been dropped, or rather, the one who struggles has been realized to be illusory. The individual will or individual mind and divine will or divine or higher mind are aligned.
Bingo, you did it. Yeah, I almost said the divine will or divine mind. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Now let's go ahead with a new paragraph, and I think we can start with the video, okay?
Is to be illusory. The individual will or individual mind and divine will or higher mind are aligned. Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception. The one who is able to realize inner peace, irrespective of circumstance, has attained true samadhi. You drop resistance not because you condone one thing or another, but so that your inner freedom is not contingent on the outer. Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception. The one who is able to realize inner peace, irrespective of circumstance, has attained true samadhi. You drop resistance not because you condone one thing or another, but so that your inner freedom is not contingent on the outer.
Yeah, there are some new words and expressions, but I didn't prepare well. I didn't list them out. Yeah, so first one is phenomena. We know that phenomenon, N-O-N, and with N-O-N is the signal, but here is the plural. You know plural， 就是这个是复数，它的单数形式是 N-O-N 结尾的。Phenomena， changing phenomena 就是一切变化当中的现象。Without exception， 它就是 except 的这个 ing 名词形式 non。exception。Okay, the one who is able to realize the inner peace irrespective of circumstance， 这里一个 respective 就是相关的或者忽略 ，irrespective 就是不相关的，就是忽略了。 irrespective of a circumstance， 它需要我们注意的是它的重音的部分是在第一个上面。circumstance， 它的意思就是跟那个什么 condition 类似于这个一样的，就是外在的环境。它是 turned to Somali. You job resistance, not because you're condemned 这个词一点都不知道。One thing or another, but so that your inner freedom is not contingent on the outer. Okay, let's go to check it, and tomorrow I will list them out.
Condone.
What does it mean? 容忍、纵容。Condone, to accept behavior that is morally wrong or treat it as if it were not serious. 容忍。Condone, 它跟那个 tolerance 是有点区别的。有的时候这个 condone 还是被动的，不得不包容人下去。Okay,
condone.
Yeah, K-D-O-N-E 是 down 的，就是 do 的过去分词 down condone， 它不是读 down， 是读 down。
Condoned.
它的过去分词是 condoned。Yeah, you condone one thing or another, but so that your inner freedom is not contingent. Check it again. Contingent 是指这个它是形容词，形容词是依情况而定的。像我们这里的 contingent on 就是 depending on 的意思，但是它是非常的 formal。 Have you seen formal？ 就是 formal 跟 informal 之间的区别，我们从音节上可以区别开来。一个单词它文绉绉的很长的音节基本上都是 formal， 然后那个一个单词非常的 mini， 非常的灵活，结构上很轻便，这种的在口语当中就比较好用，就是会用在这个 informal 的场合。好，那我们就知道 it's not depending on the other， is depending 的意思。什么 contingent。 好，我们再看一个 contingent。 All right， 我们再来疏通一遍，听一下这个读的。这个是依赖的意思。 Condone 是指容忍， circumstances 是指外在的环境外界， phenomena 是指现象的复数形式，它是不规则变化的，不是加 s， 是尾部做了一些变化。 All right， okay. And without exception 是一个名词， except 的名词，例外。好，我们再听一下。
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception. The one who is able to realize inner peace, irrespective of circumstance, has attained true Samadhi. You drop resistance not because you condone one thing or another, but so that your inner freedom is not contingent on the outer.
Yeah, today I think we can change a way to learn the whole paragraph. And then I think, Alice, would you like to paraphrase what does it mean for the whole paragraph? You can paraphrase it sentence by sentence, okay?
Okay. At the first sentence, Samadhi is ultimate dropping of all inner resistance, all changing phenomena without exception. I think that means that if a person who realizes Samadhi, he will have he will have no resistance to to whatever happens in his life.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. He can do according to every place, every person, every circumstances. Yeah.
Yes, I think so. Exactly.
Yeah.
And how about sentence 2?
Yeah, the sentence 2. Yeah, the one who is able to realize inner peace, irrespective of circumstances, will attain the true samadhi. And I think this sentence refers that if a person who can realize inner peace, that means that I can give you an example. Yeah.
Yes, please.
If you beat me or do other things wrong to me, I will not be angry with you. I also keep inner peace. I will do anything harmful to you. I always keep an inner peace. I don't revenge the person who harms me.
That's true. Yeah, take revenge with somebody. Yeah, you are right. You are perfect. Just like Shakyamuni. Okay. Yeah, wonderful. Yeah, let's go ahead.
Okay. The third sentence. You drop resistance not because you condone one thing or another, but so that your inner freedom is not contingent on the outer. This sentence, they also give us the reason why. Give the reason why we can keep inner peace and irrespective of circumstances. The reason is that our inner peace, our inner freedom is not contingent on the outer, so that we can keep our inner peace irrespective of circumstances.
Yes, that's true. You did it so well. So the whole paragraph was the core of the whole paragraph. What does it say? What does it explain? Yeah, in one sentence. Okay.
In one sentence. Okay. Yeah. The person who have attained true samadhi can keep inner peace because he can inner peace without any resistance to all changing phenomena.
Yes. Just one sentence. The core meaning of the core of this sentence is the true samadhi is, right?
Yes.
So that's it. Yeah, thank you so much for your excellent paraphrasing. I think I can get you. I can follow you. Yeah, thank you so much. Now, time for us to do the recitation of the first sentence. And before shadowing it, Daisy, would you like to analyze the structure of sentence 1?
Yes. Okay. Samadhi is outwardly a dropping of all inner resistance. Yeah, I think this is the main clause for paragraph 1. Samadhi is the subject is is the predicate.
Yeah.
A dropping is the predictive. A dropping of all inner resistance is a predictive.
Yeah, I think so. A predictive.
Yeah, and then to all changing phenomena without exception. A dropping. I think this is a further explanation of a dropping of our inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
Yeah, to, how to link to.
What do you mean? I don't understand.
这个 to 的话，它跟前面连的话是怎样连的？
它不是有个破折号吗？这里。
但是 to all phenomena 它是功能是什么？ to all changing phenomena 是解释哪一个的？
dropping of all inner resistance.
是解释 dropping 呢，还是解释 inner resistance 呢？还是without exception 是解释哪一个的？
A dropping 就放弃内心的。我觉得这个 to all changing phenomena without exception， 它这个就是对 a dropping of all inner resistance 的解释。
All right, yes, thank you so much. Thank you. And how about your opinion, Alice?
Yes, I think that to all changing phenomena它是一个介词短语的 preposition phrase。它是一个对介词短语，它是其实是它做定语应该是修饰 resistance， 就是抵制。
You are amazing. You did it. Yeah, bingo. We did it. Yes. So how about without exception? What does it mean? What does it work? What does it work without exception?
我来看一下，三摩地是所有性的。它这个我觉得它这个介词短语 without exception， 我感觉到好像是对这整个一句话的这种补充说明的那种感觉。
Exactly. Yes， 是这样子的。他说的意思就是什么？他就是说三摩地也是要彻底的去放掉内在的这些 resistance， 怎么翻译？内在的一些反抗，内在的抵触。这个破折号之后，这个抵触，这个 to 是跟 resistance 是连在一起的，对某某的抵触是 resistant to something， 所以这里是 to all changing phenomena， 就是对任何的变化现象的抵触。比如说我的抵触就是说，哎，你原来是这样子啊，你现在怎么那样子了呢？哎，你以前是很怎么样子，你现在那样子了呢？就是这种抵触，就不接受他现在的这种改变。那其实这个 to all changing phenomena， 这个 to 是跟 resistance 连在一起的。然后 without exception 就是如果是真实的要去觉悟这一切的话，就是要放下这一切的话，是这个事情是无一例外的，否則的話你根本達不到這個真實的 samadhi。Yeah, without exception 是這個 is ultimately a dropping， 就是指這個卻要徹徹底底的放下，不能說這個放下那個還要黏着，這個是不行的。Yes, yeah, thank you so much, Alice. Yeah, I also thank you, Daisy. Daisy 说的大概就是这个样子。如果细分的话，这样子，我们看一看这个是不是有个 resistance to what is 有个 to， 这里的 resistance 它就是跟 to 连在一起的。resistance 一般的是 resistance to something or somebody， 就是对某某的抵抗，这是一个介词词组啊。Okay, so have you found it? All right, yeah, time for us to recite it. I will play the video for us to follow, and please listen to it carefully. Especially finding out the stress words.
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception. The one who is able to realize inner peace without exception, dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception. Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception. Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
这里这些实词都是要重读的。All right, Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without 因为是一个否定词在这里，所以也要重 exception without exception. Double check.
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
All right, so that's it. Yeah, Daisy, would you like to read it twice?
Yes. Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
One more time.
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
Exactly. Yeah, fantastic. Thank you so much. Okay, let me check. Yeah, next one is Jim. Hello, Jim. I'll play it for you, okay?
Okay.
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception. Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
Yes, you please.
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
My fault. 这个 phenomena 我们一起来查一查它。
Phenomena.
对，它 phenomena， 它是这个 phenomenon 的复数形式，所以是很难查的。我们先查它的单数形式。
Phenomenon。
这是 phenomenon。
P-H-E-N-O-M-E-N-O-N 是吧？
这是单数，对的。N-O-N 是单数 ，N-A 是复数 ，plural 就是 P-L 点，这是英语当中的缩写 plural，它是 phenomena。
Phenomena.
Yeah, phenomena. Have you found it? 好
，phenomena，
它的音节就是这样来分的。phenomena 就是物质界的一切现象，一切幻化现象，一些现象嘛。phenomena， 重音在 no 上面。phenomena。好，再读一下，我来放一下。
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception. Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
Yes, you please.
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
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 Yeah, except 就是除开，然后除开的名词 exception。Yeah.
Exception. Okay.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much, Jin. And next one is Alice. You please.
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
Yes, you please.
Yes, 伊丽的老师，我想问一下，他这个地方，你看 without the exception， 我不知道他是怎么连读的这个地方。
Without exception, yeah.
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner.
它这里有一个连读 of all 就是 of 跟 or 之間的 of 是讀成 of 就是有一個 v 的音
of
all phenomena of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception。 我觉得它是没有连，是把这个 t 给吞掉了。我们再听一下。
Resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
Without exception。 好，我们就是把这个 exception 找出来 ，exception 的音找出来，它是读再把 t 连在一起 t without exception， 可就没读 without exception， 我们再听一下啊。
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
Without exception. How do you think of it, Alice?
Yes.
你看啊，就是把这个一借过来的哈，可 ace 是发不出来音的。Exception 就很怪，你就是把这个可加了一个音里面。Exception， 所以这个可直接的去掉。Without exception， yeah， 这是一个连的方法，我觉得没必要连，直接把前面的 without 这个给去掉。Without exception， 这个还好读一点，就是看你自己的这个习惯。Without exception， 但是 without exception， 这个可就没有读。Yes, you please recite it. You read it, please.
Okay. Samadhi is这个 ultimately 好像读成了 ultimately， 好，他们有
这个是读那个嘴巴半张开就好了，半张开。
Yes.
那个三角尖的那个。
Ultimately.
它这个美式就更清楚。Ultimately， 它不是 ultimately， 是 ultimately， 就是慵懒的嘴巴半张开 ultimately， 所以它跟那个 o 就是半圆的 o 不封口的那个 o 的音是非常像的，就是你稍微圆一点就成了 o 的音，然后稍微平一点再慵懒一点就ultimately。 好，那你再来一遍。
Samadhi is ultimately a dropping of all inner resistance. Is a dropping of all inner resistance to all changing phenomena without exception.
Perfect. Without exception, you did it so well. Yeah， 确实是研究了，就是把这里 without exception. Yes, you did it so well. Thank you so much. Okay, and